Welcome to the Year 8 into Year 9 2021 subject selection session. We're doing things a little bit differently this year due to the COVID-19 situation. Usually we would be having a face-to-face meeting in the library, but that's not possible due to the current restrictions. So instead we're doing we're doing a Zoom meeting, and we're also providing this PowerPoint and video. This will be on our website, along with all the other subjects that will be on offer for Year 9 2021. They will also have PowerPoints and videos up on the school website. So there'll be an opportunity for parents and students to jump on the website and select on those subjects that you are interested in to find out a little bit more information about those subjects. So firstly, we're entering into Year 9 and Year 10. The game changes a little bit. We're moving from what we call Stage 4 into Stage 5, and it really is starting to prepare students for Stage 6, which is Year 11 and Year 12. There is no school certificate for the mums and dads. When we went to school, we had a school certificate and we had a school certificate exam. Now what we have is a record of school achievement, or a RoSA. So it's all school-based assessment, and it's accumulative as well throughout their time. So students at the end of Year 10 will qualify for a RoSA. As they move into Year 11, they'll still qualify for a RoSA, because the RoSA will be updated and will be current as at the point of time that they leave. So if they don't leave school until the end of Year 11, that is at the point in time in which students will achieve their RoSA. If they leave at the end of Year 10, that's when they'll achieve their RoSA. However, students still need to satisfactorily complete a course. And we have 3 requirements that are provided by NESA. So this is not Toronto High School rules. These are NESA rules, where students must have followed the course, they must have applied themselves, they must have worked hard, and they must have completed the course. So they must have submitted all the coursework that is required. If students don't, this becomes a significant issue across Years 9 and Year 10, because unlike maybe in the junior years, where students do move through the years and we work with them depending on their work completion, once we hit Year 9 and Year 10, we're operating under the RoSA guidelines, and students need to complete the work. Otherwise, they'll be receiving what we call an end notification, which is a warning to say that you will not satisfactorily complete that course. If that's the case, they won't be successful in achieving a RoSA. So very important for students to complete their courses. The pattern of study for Years 9 and 10 is English, Maths, Science, HISI, PDHPE. Students will do sport. There'll be no longer an integrated sport as there has been in the past in Year 7 and Year 8 for students. There will be the traditional sport afternoon for Year 9 and Year 10 students. Plus, at Toronto High School, students get to select 2 subjects. They're the subjects we call their elective subjects. So this is what the subject selection process is about. In regards to their English, Maths, Science and HISI classes and so forth, they're decisions that are made at the school based on timetabling, and sometimes we'll also stream some of those classes into a top English class and so forth. In terms of making your subject selection, choose your subject you're interested in. That's sort of the whole point. It's like a taster. There's nothing here that will count for you or against you going into the HSC. So if you're concerned that if you don't select a certain subject, that's going to have a negative impact come HSC time, it won't. Think of these as interest electives. So for example, I remember when I was at high school, one of the subjects I did in Year 9 and Year 10 was metalwork. What I learnt from that was that I shouldn't be doing metalwork. So even if you end up doing a subject that you don't like, that's still going to help you in terms of basing your future decisions when you're moving from Year 10 into Year 11 for those subjects. There is no prerequisites for the HSC, so it doesn't matter in terms of those subjects that you are selecting. And also, don't select a course based on either your friends doing the course or a certain teacher taking that subject. because it may be that that teacher doesn't take the subject. They might move on to another school, or we place a different teacher on that course. So please, the most important thing, choose subjects that you are interested in. These are the 2 time slots in your timetable where you have some say in what you would like to do. In terms of selecting your electives, you get to select 4, and it's very important that you select them in order of preference. So the one that you want to do the most at number 1, second at number 2, third at number 3, fourth at number 4. The reason why we're asking for 4 is that 2 of your selections will be reserves. So if you don't get your selection 1 and 2, we'll then move on to 3 and 4. And that's because some of the elective courses may not actually run. We might not get enough students to run that subject, or it may be that just through the process we have subjects that are oversubscribed. So by that I mean we can't actually fit all the students into that subject. And if that's the case, then students need to select another subject. Here are some of the, well, all of the subjects that we have on offer. Now, this is just the brief overview. This is just to highlight in this session the electives that are available, and then for you to go onto the Toronto High School website and to explore this further by selecting the various courses and the PowerPoint presentations around that. So the first one we have is from the English faculty, and Mrs. Tennick's the relieving head teacher there. For more information, either see her at the school or click on the PowerPoint presentation. And they're offering a subject called word art. I'm actually quite keen on this subject, and many of you who I guess have a love of reading and writing, this would definitely be the subject for you. So investigate word art a little bit more. The HISI faculty offer a number of subjects, and Mrs. Phillipson's the head teacher in HISI. We have Aboriginal Studies, Commerce, and History. Once again, I quite enjoy all those subjects. So if you're keen on the humanities side, any of those subjects would be more than suitable. And of course, there's no course fees involved in any of those 3 subjects. Jump on the website, have a chat to the teachers to find out a little bit more. Look in your subject selection book as well. The CAPA faculty with Mrs. Fotheringham, they have a large number of subjects on offer, ranging from ceramics, dance, drama, music, visual arts, visual design, photographic and digital media, and the tech crew, the theatrical production. Once again, jump onto the website, have a look in the book, and have a chat to the teachers around those subjects. Please note that there are course fees attached to those subjects. LOTE, languages. Miss Leather is our relieving head teacher at the moment in that area, and Mr. Hudson is our teacher. I know many people know Mr. Hudson. I think he's up to teaching the grandchildren of students that he's had in his class at Toronto. Mr. Hudson, I know, is really keen to get either French or German up and running. So please investigate that further, have a conversation with Mr. Hudson. And there is a fee attached to both of those subjects. Mr. Razzo in science, they offer 2 subjects for year 9. One is iSTEM, and that's actually in conjunction with our TAS faculty and Mr. Chapman, and marine studies. So both really engaging subjects. The PE faculty, I've got Mr. Richards filling in as relieving head teacher at this point in time. They offer the physical activity and sports studies course. There is a fee attached to that course as well. Investigate that course if you love being out and about and being involved in physical activity and finding out a little bit more around the science behind it as well. Mr. Chapman. Mr. Chapman's going to have a lot of videos and PowerPoints up on the website for Year 9 2021 subject selection. You can see here we've got better living, child studies, food technology, 3D printing and laser design. That's one of our newer ones using some of the latest technology that we have up there in the TAS faculty. Then we have some of the subjects that for the mums and dads you'd be familiar with. Industrial technology metal and industrial technology timber. It's just what we would have called metalwork and woodwork. We also have electronics and engineering. Engineering's a really popular one as well. A new subject for the lineup for 2021 is silver jewellery making, brought to you by the TAS faculty. So that's a brand new subject. We haven't offered that one before. There's also textiles, so that's sewing as well. I didn't mention with food technology. That's what we would have called cooking in the past. And better living is a mixture of pretty much all those things. So have a read through the content of the course in the subject information booklets. They all have fees attached. How do you select the subjects? In the back of your subject selection book is a form. Use that form to fill out the subjects that you wish to select. Get mum or dad to sign that form. Bring that in. Mrs. Phillipson and the team will be organising for you to do your online subject selection in class time. So they will identify a time. They'll let you know. They'll broadcast it beforehand. Then you'll be taken to a computer room with a team of teachers, and they will support you in doing your online subject selections. Once you've made your online subject selection, there'll be a printout. That printout needs to go home to mum and dad to sign so they know what you have selected. And then you need to bring that form back. And it's very important that you bring that form back. So until that form comes back, your selection is not confirmed. So very important to get that selection form back in as soon as possible. And finally, thank you very much for viewing this PowerPoint and listening to the presentation. If you've got any specific subject questions, please contact the subject coordinators or the head teachers. For the students, you're here at school, drop in and see your teachers, see the head teachers. Come on down the front, have a conversation with myself or one of the deputy principals. We also have Mr. Connell as our careers advisor. He's someone there that you can have a conversation with as well. So please touch base. For the parents, if you'd like to touch base, please feel free to contact the school, leave a message there, or contact the staff on their email addresses. Thank you very much for tonight.